Howdy folks, welcome to another episode of The Weekend Angler. Today my good friend Heath and I have gone a little bit south. We're down behind Kentucky Dam. And the goal today is to catch us some skipjack herring. We're going to be putting those in a cooler, icing them down, and taking them back home to use as catfish bait later on this year. We got down here about, maybe 10-15 minutes ago. We've already put a couple in the cooler. So we're going to let the camera roll and see what we can come up with. Folks, while we have a minute here, I'd like to show you the rig we're using today to catch these skipjack. It's nothing too fancy at all. We've got a couple of chartreuse headed 1/8 ounce lead head jigheads, and each one of them has a 2-inch curly tail grub, and they're tied anywhere. It's not, they don't have to be precise, but they're tied roughly about a foot and a half apart. And what we're doing, we're casting out into this current, cast it up current, then point the rod tip at the water, start reeling. These things are picking it up. Sometimes you catch doubles, sometimes you only get a single. A lot of the time, even when you have doubles hooked, what we've found today is you're only getting one of them in. One of them always gets slack and managed to get off the hook. But we've caught a few stripers. There's some people upriver. There's one guy up bow fishing right there behind the dam, and so far I haven't seen him get anything, but I'm sure y'all can see him in the background, so we'll if he gets something, probably be able to see it too. So I'm gonna get back down there with Heath. Heath already got him another one, and we're going to keep filling this cooler, and when we get done we'll show you what we got in the cooler today. Folks, sometimes when you're running more than one jig, you come up with doubles. I got this striper, got me a decent skipjack. He's going back in the water. We're not keeping him. Well, we didn't quite fill the cooler up, but we didn't do too bad either. And we had these iced down. I put a little bit of the river water in there and some salt, kind of made a brine, and these things have pretty much frozen solid now. So I'm going to get them put in some freezer bags and get them put in the deep freeze. That way we'll have them before they spoil. All right. I'm only going to pack about 3 or 4 of these to a bag, depending on their size. That way when I do thaw them out, we don't have too many going to waste. But this not too bad for just a few hours today. I'm going to try to squeeze as much air as I can out of this bag. There's one there. It's one of the larger ones we caught today. Now, Heath and I were having a discussion, and if somebody knows, I'd like to know. We're wondering, as we started catching some of these larger skipjack and throwing a few of them away, we're wondering exactly probably how many state record skipjack have been cut up for bait. And because nobody pays attention to them, they just pack them up. They were running good today. And what we'd run into is they would bite really, really well for a while, and then you couldn't get a bite to save your life, and then they would pick back up again. So I don't know if they were moving in and out, because we were staying in the same spot. I don't know if it had something to do with there's another larger one. It had to do with the current. Sometimes the current was changing. The current was changing like crazy today too, so I don't know if they were letting more water out of the dam or what, but it'd be going along at a nice steady clip, and then you'd end up with a whole lot more current. Yeah, so we got us quite a bit of skipjack. These are packed four to a bag. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Got that one extra one, so that puts us 37 fish or so, plus that big old buffalo. I'm gonna get those thrown in the freezer, and we'll be done with that. Well folks, that just about wraps up this video. We had a blast today down at Kentucky Lake behind Kentucky Dam fishing for the skipjack. Guys are easy to catch, they're fun to catch. Just some curly-headed grubs and some old lead-head jigheads is all you need. You tie 2 or 3 of them on your line, throw them out in the current, and the fish pretty much just hook themselves. You can't miss them. But on the way back home, Heath told me, I don't know how many times, that we got to go back down there and do it. We're gonna have to bring some more coolers and get down there a little bit earlier. It was hot today, and we picked probably the hottest part of the day to be down there doing it. But guys, as always, thank you for watching my videos. Like, subscribe, let me know what you think, and we'll see you out on the water. Thanks for watching the Weekend Angler.